all of them.
You know what has happened in Liberia? I'm sure you know about the number of cases there, over 500. Is that, and the president actually attested to this, that there is denial. People don't want to accept that this is Ebola. They don't want to see the quarantine center in their locality. What are we doing so that we don't get to that point in Nigeria?
I think we've gotten to that point, but we are curbing it. And denial is a normal human response. Don't forget, we've always had it with the HIV positive cases. Denial is a normal human response. But the message of health, it's a non-death, it's not a death sentence, is what we need to get across. People will deny, but once the person affected knows his chances of survival is higher, if he reports early, then there's nothing, he would come out.
Okay. Let me ask you, Dr. Odubanjo, now when it comes to this level of information that people must have in terms of their understanding, when you look at it, what do you think should be out in terms of the message? Because I'm not sure we're at that point where that message is out yet.
I quite agree with you. I'm particularly passionate about the role of the media in putting out the right message. And the first thing I think is letting people know, because that was, I think, what's created the foundational problem. Letting people know that this is not a death sentence, okay, and that the key to survival is actually cooperating, like Dr. Jinodu said, just full cooperation. It's maybe inconvenient, perhaps. Maybe you find it uncomfortable that you are under surveillance sometimes, you've been in contact, but what's the alternative? Putting yourself at risk or others at risk. So the first thing is knowing that this doesn't mean you will die. Number one, being in contact with someone who has EVD doesn't mean you'll come down with the disease. For sure.
How does it play out?
Well, again, it depends on your level of exposure, which to an extent nobody really knows. They have to watch you, for 21 days. And if you're fine, then you're fine. So that's not an issue. And if at all you happen to take heal and you are confirmed to have it, and all that is done quickly, and you cooperate, going for treatment, you stand a very good chance of recovery. We came up with these statistics that we started quoting of 90% will die, and I kept correcting that. Stop speaking definitively, not will die. It's not correct. They found up to 90% dying in the past. The current one says 1,500 deaths, 3,000 cases. That's 50%. But again, most of those deaths were in places where the health system had collapsed. Okay, so now in Nigeria we don't have 50% death rate.